What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after Week 16 in our Columbus Aviators franchise, where the Aviators picked up a big-time win over the Indianapolis Colts, despite a big game from the rookie Parker Hester. Andrew Luck also had a monster game, but overall, the Aviators specials teams really delivered, specifically Sean Sutton, a kick return for a touchdown and a punt return for a touchdown, both of which were his first of the season, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe even the first throughout this entire franchise mode. Things definitely went our way in the game, and the Aviators escaped with a victory. Next up, we have the Denver Broncos. We'll get to their roster here in a second. Let's go ahead and scout some players here. Again, our secondary, still kind of what we're looking at. We've already scouted quite a lot here, but we really need to find some guys that are going to help contribute. I love this guy's height, 6'2", but overall his skills do not seem to match up there at all. We just need to find some guys that are going to help contribute. Here's another 6'2" player. Again, not great coverage skills, but for a 7th round pick, you know, that might be a nice grab. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think this guy's probably a little bit of a better option. I don't know, actually. His man coverage is a little bit better, and his zone coverage is a little... Well, yeah, that's right. His man coverage and zone coverage. Doesn't have the height, but that's okay. I wouldn't mind getting a tall corner, though. I definitely like having taller players out onto the field. Overall, though, you know, free safety has taken a hit. I don't know what's going on with Marquestin Huff this year. Last year, he was a big-time playmaker for us. This year, he's really not doing a whole lot for us, and including giving up a lot of big plays in that last game. Look at this guy, though. Trenton McKnight, definitely a guy we're going to have to keep an eye on. B hit power, B minus pursuit, B minus zone coverage, but he also fits our scheme with that 3-4. That could be a big-time player for us, somebody that we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on. I'm going to watch him now. I love his zone coverage. It's not often at all you find B-minus zone coverage for safeties. It's usually the best you'll do is C+, which we see right here. This guy still might be a better option, though. B+ hit power, B catching, definitely a playmaker, and C+ zone coverage. Let's see what we got there. Anyway, it's definitely some more guys to keep an eye on. Not bad for a 7th round option anyway. Let's see. C-zone coverage. There's other guys that we can at least keep an eye on. Not exactly what I want, but again, you know, we're just going to have to take a flyer on somebody. Again, Marquestin Huff, he killed it for us last year. I'm just really not liking what he's given us so far this year, and we might have to look into making a move at some point in time. I hope that's not the case because I like Marquestin Huff. I planned on him being a big part of this team as we move forward, but man, he has just been dropping the ball, giving up a lot of big plays lately, and that definitely worries me. Here are the Broncos. Sam Bradford is going to be the starter. They have Ralph Nassib right behind him. Nassib, Nassib, I don't even know. That's why he's Ralph. You don't know why we call him Ralph. It's because of our streams, and somebody actually updated his Wikipedia page in one of our streams, and I believe it actually still has it under Ralph. I could be wrong on that. Ray Rice, oh gosh, is going to be their running back. Andre Ellington behind him. At fullback, they have Will Johnson. Wide receiver, Emmanuel Sanders and Percy Harvin. No Demarius Thomas. Wow. Percy Harvin's a pretty big pickup for them, though. At tight end, Virgil Green. So there it is. Their lineup's just so different. It's going to be interesting to see how they stack up. You know, obviously their record's not all that good, but they do have some guys that are capable of making some plays. You know, Sam Bradford looks like he's going to be healthy for this game, and he can make some plays. Here's Wendell Hankerson, 77 overall rookie from Penn State. Got a lot of size to him, though. That's a guy we're going to have to keep an eye on. Von Miller, obviously a big-time playmaker. Brandon Marshall in the middle with Shepard there. And then Shane Ray, the young right outside linebacker, another sack artist there. Chris Harris Jr. and Aqib Talib. Not going to be very easy to pass it on this team. Chris Harris Jr. definitely could match up well with Dorial Green-Beckham and Aqib Talib on Curtis Harden. Going to be interesting to see how those matchups play out. TJ Ward, a good safety there. So a lot of playmakers on defense there for the Broncos. Offensively, are they going to be able to hold up? You know, they do have some weapons. They brought in Ray Rice, Percy Harvin, obviously a threat with his speed. It's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out throughout the course of the game. This is going to be the last game of the season, so we will check the stats and see what the MVP race is looking like with one game left. Weekly awards as well. Let's go ahead and check that out. Case Keenum, 26 of 38, 5 passing touchdowns for the Cowboys. Zach Brown, 12 tackles, 1 interception. Jimmy Smith, 8 tackles, 2 interceptions, a fumble forced, and a touchdown. And then Parker Hester against us, 8 catches, 191 yards, 3 touchdowns for the rookie out of Oklahoma. A monster performance from him, doing his best Curtis Harden impression. And I don't know that Curtis Harden has had too many games like that. Aaron Rodgers leading the way. Marcus Mariota is right behind him, though. If Mariota can have a good game, he might be able to take over that top spot. Ryan Tannehill at 3, Alex Smith 4, Drew Brees 5, Joe Flacco 6, Matt Ryan 7, Teddy Bridgewater 8, DeMarco Murray 9, and Phillip Rivers coming in at number 10. We're going to check all the player stats after next week's game. There's no real reason to look at that now, when we're definitely going to check it out at the end of the season. Let's see if there's any draft stories for us here. Let's see, what do we got? Draft stories. Defensive players rarely walk away with Leandre Blake. I think we've already seen that, which means we've already seen this too. Eduardo Jose, another guy we're going to have to keep an eye on. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please smash that like button. It helps me out a lot. Let's check this injury thing really quick. Injury report. Make sure that we're not missing. Okay, I was wondering if our fullback was going to be gone. Sankey will be back for the playoffs. Stafford not going to be. Let's go check the playoff race once more. That's something else we should probably look at, right? So let's check out the playoff race, see how it's going to unfold. The AFC, the Dolphins and the Ravens have those first round byes right now. Again, we need the Ravens to lose. It might be a good idea to see who they play. The Aviators, the Bengals, the Chiefs, and the Chargers looking good as well to round things out there. Let's see. For the NFC, the Eagles 14-1 and the Seahawks on those first round byes. The Packers, Saints, Vikings, and the 49ers might make it in with a 7-8 record. NFC not looking too good this year. And those are like deserving wild card teams because the Seahawks already have that division. So NFC is really struggling this year. And as you can see, the AFC is actually looking pretty solid. Well, not even all that great. I guess the top teams of the AFC are looking pretty good. But overall, man, that's crazy to see that a team like that's going to miss out on the playoffs when you got 7 and 8 teams on the other side that might make it. Let's go ahead and check out who the Ravens are playing, and then we'll move forward. League schedule, week 17, the 49ers. I hope they make the playoffs. That'd be pretty cool. Where are the Ravens at? They are playing the Browns on Sunday Night Football. Going to be an interesting matchup there. We'll see how it plays out. Where are the 49ers at? They're playing the Seahawks. That's definitely going to be a tough match, but they are at home. And that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Again, I said it earlier. I'll say it again. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. It does help me out a lot. And I will see you guys in week 17 as we take on the Denver Broncos. Later.